Welcome, family and friends, to my very first YouTube video on Wally's Smoke Shack. Tonight we're going to do something very simple, very easy. My wife and I both love this. New York strip steak. We're going to show you the seasonings to use, how to do it, how to smoke it in very little time. Next we're going to throw on some wood because I've already got my fire started, which is very hot. The reason why you want to throw this wood on before your coals are done is because you don't want too much smoke. You want the smoke to be a clear blend. Get that smoke in there. Let's get this fire going, and we'll see you in a few minutes to get this steak. We're almost at temp. We're using a 24-inch Komodo Pit Boss, which is one of my favorite grills. I had the other Komodo Joe, which I actually got rid of, and I regret. For a good sear on your steak, you want to be between 500 and 600 degrees. I like about 500 degrees. It puts a nice cold charcoal on your steak. You want to get that crosshatch pattern. Also, earlier I was talking to you about putting the wood on while your coals are still warming up. If you can see the top of my grill, you don't see a white smoke. You want that to be clear. That means that my coals, my wood is burning good. It is now mixed in with my coals. So we're not getting that over wood flavor taste. You know, a lot of people will go, yeah, the more smoke you got, the more smoke is in the wood. No, that's not right. That tastes like crap. So, trust me, less smoke taste, better your food's gonna taste. Let's come on over here. Got 2 New York steaks that we're gonna cook. Minus the fly, get out of here. These things are about 3/4 inch thick. Black Stand. I love this seasoning. It's got garlic in it, butter, herbs. What we're going to do is we're just going to sprinkle this heavily on here. Now you want to be able to still see the meat. Okay. Pat that in there. Even on the sides. And I know this has got a lot of fat on there. I like to leave the fat on because it's easier for me to cook it and let that fat juices drip into the meat than to trim it off ahead of time. This is just my preference. Some people like to cut it off. I like to leave it on. I cut it off when it's all done. Get this heavily coated. There's like a bunch of ants on there. Get a roll around in here. This stuff is a really good seasoning. This is my preference for the seasonings. And then I want to top it off with some everything seasoning. Now I got this at a local shop around the neighborhood. It's actually a farm shop. And I've tried it a few times and it is really super good. Again, just tap that in there. You're not going to hurt it much. Just a little light sprinkle here and there and here. We're all over everywhere. And I'm thinking these are looking nice and fine. Alright, let's see what our grill temp, which I think is about the right temp. So what I want to do is I want to cut this airflow. Get that down. I'm going to turn this grill down to 1. We want to choke that fire down a little bit. We got the right temp, we got that right grill, and that right sear. So now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab my steaks. Now, this fire is going to be hot. And I've also got my coals separated from one side to the other. I want my searing side over here. And then when I get the sear that I like, I want to put it back over here on this side so I get to the top. Let's get this cook started. Close the lid down. Let's magic happen. Alright, well, the steaks have been on now for probably a couple of minutes now. I want to check and see what kind of sear we got on the backs of these steaks. Yeah, we got a little bit of sear on them. See how we got them lines in there? I like those lines. And what I want to do here is I want to open up my vents just a little bit more and bring that fire back up a little bit so we don't choke it out too much. And when we get excited, because I love the smell of this charcoal steak cooking. This thing smells so fabulous. I wish you guys can smell this. We're going to come over here. We got a nice flame going on here. We're going to flip this over. Drop it back down. Now, I like my steak cooked about 134, 135. I don't like my steak bleeding all over my plate, but I don't want it so done I feel like I'm chewing a tire. So, about 134, 135 degrees is about where you want to be, which is pretty close about where we just checked them here. We're going to check them again. We're getting pretty close to time. If you want to come on over here, we can see what our temperature is. We're about 140 degrees on that one. About 145 on that one, which is about perfect where I want to be. Alright, this Kansas heat has been ridiculous. We've been in 97, 98, and humidity has just been off the charts. So I need to bring my stuff in here for a minute. We did get our sear on there. We did it at a 500. We did get a nice sear. We got some charcoal going on our steaks if you want to take a look at these. I love the charcoal taste on my steaks. I don't care what you do or how you eat. Unless you got a little bit of charcoal on there, you're not doing too good. Put some charcoal on there, you'll be doing good. Temperature. Now we wanted to get about 135. This time around, we got about 140, 145, which is fine. It's going to be a little bit more done. Let's take a look at these steaks and see how they look inside. You can see the juice coming off of them, which is really nice. I mean, I barely put any pressure on this. That's a nice job. I like this. And now we're gonna do a little bit of a taste. Let's cut a couple pieces off here. I know all my dolls are surrounding me right now. They're all wanting to get a little bit of this, but they're not going to get any. Until Mama comes into the room. All right, here we go. With this easy, oh my gosh. Folks, you got to try this recipe. That is the bomb. Again, my first YouTube video, I got 100 freaking recipes. Many cooks to do on this. What I like you to do is hit that smash button on that freaking like. Hit it hard. Just keep liking that and subscribe. Get my videos up. I'll show you a ton more of these good recipes. Family and friends, I'll see you next time.